Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Peggy Ramito. I'm so excited that you guys could join me today. We're not going to get started just yet because I see some more people are jumping on. So we're just going to give it another minute or two. I don't want anybody to miss out on anything. I'm so excited that you guys could come and take some time out of your day to be with me. And I've got some really exciting things to share with you and great journeys ahead for all of us. I know it's going to be a great year. And I hope you've been creating intentions along the way and noticing what it is that you are up to and what you want to do in the world. And I hope that Peggy's Cruise Club is part of that. And I know once you find out more, I think you'll be as excited about it as I am. So if you want to just, get that glass of water or whatever it is that you need, coffee, caffeine, something to write down, pen and paper, whatever. If you want to take some notes, we're going to give you some links and some information that you'll be able to follow up and get more details onto after this call. Okay, we still have some people still coming and joining us, so thanks for your patience. I know some of you guys are freezing. I actually have some really great weather here. It's nice and warm. And as you can see, I'm actually tan. A part of what I manifested with Bob was this amazing week on a nearly deserted island. And that is part of what I'm going to be sharing with you later, some of the instant manifestation that has been showing up around us lately. And I wanted to pull all you guys into it with me. That's part of the reason why I've created the Cruise Club. So we'll know more about that just in a moment. Okay, I'm just going to give it another minute or so. Okay, well, let's get started. And for anybody who's late, we're going to have this up on the website, so you'll be able to get what you might have missed. But I just wanted to start with, again, welcoming everybody to come today and to be able to hear more about Peggy's Cruise Club and the other organizations that we've aligned ourselves with. And I'm so excited to introduce you to two great guests today. One you already know, which is my spectacular, amazing husband who handles all of my backroom stuff and sometimes very much on the front line with me. If you've ever been to a seminar or event, Bob is always there with me, supporting me. And if you ever called for a private appointment, he's the guy that makes sure that you get everything that you need. And he likes to do that. He doesn't need to do that because really who he is in the world is, you may not know, but he's got his own business and he's a Carnegie Mellon graduate, and he has helped create a company called Home Investors of America, the We Buy Ugly House guys out there. He's been doing that for, gosh, a long time, and he coaches and mentors and teaches, and he's amazing at what he does. And then we both recently have just finished our Kundalini yoga. We are both now certified teachers as well. So if you go on these cruises with us, you'll be able to do some Kundalini yoga with us, which is an amazing practice. And then our other guest is a really heartfelt, amazing guide, Michael Hutchinson, affectionately Hutch as we call him. And we know Hutch, gosh, 25 years ago, back when Bob and I were with Tony Robbins. And Michael was in charge of a lot of things in Tony's organization. And it has all led him up to now he is the founder and CEO of INCRUISES. And I'm so excited about what he's doing, what he's up to, who he is as a person. He's got the greatest integrity, big heart, exceptional businessman and visionary. And I'm so excited that what he has to offer is there's something there for everybody. And maybe not, but I certainly see the vision and opportunity for us all. But before I get into introducing Hutch and bringing him on, I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I created Peggy's Cruise Club, or what propelled me to do it. And Bob and I, at the end of every year, we always sit down and we create intentions. And so we looked around and we decided we really wanted to have more fun and create an environment where our kids would actually want to travel with us and do some things with us. And so it had to be something that was all inclusive and that everybody, varying in age, would have fun doing. And I wanted it to be nice, right? I'm a little bit of a snob that way, you guys know that. So I wanted to make sure it was really luxury, it was really sweet and really spectacular. And then I thought, God, this is something I've always wanted to do with you guys. I've always wanted to take and do exceptional locations, right? Go to someplace exotic, amazing, that has great spiritual energy that we can connect to, and that I can help you guys tap into your intuition and really get that spiritual, that deep connection for yourself, or that awakening that we all need, and get recharged. And so we could do that. And then you guys would be able to take that energy back home with you and inject it in your own lives. So we thought that's what we're going to create this year. Didn't know how we were going to do it, but just that it was going to happen. And you guys know the universe. All you do is put in the order and it serves it up to you. And a couple days later, Hutch reached out to Bob and told us all about this amazing INCRUISES, this spectacular organization that he just founded and started. And it's so good and so perfect that we went, wow, this is it. So I'm going to turn it over to Hutch. He's going to give you all of the details about it. And then after that, when we get done, Bob is going to come on and he's going to explain more details about the Peggy's Cruise Club and our vision for that. And also, if you look to the side, you're going to see a little chat box and a little space where you can put a question in. So anytime you guys have any questions, just put it in there, or comments, tell us how we're doing. Tell us if you're interested, what you think about this. And you can just put it on and send it at any time. And from time to time, we'll glance over there and answer any questions you have. All right, guys. So thank you for your time. And I look forward to hearing more about what your thoughts on what we're about to share here. So let's invite Hutch and see if we can find him and bring him. There you are. Hey,
Hi.
my dear friend. How are you? Welcome.
I'm wonderful. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for being the beautiful person that you are inside and out. And you're right. We've known each other for 25 years. And I feel like I've done everything I can in the last 20 to 25 years to figure out a way to attract this conversation with you and Bob and your children and your fans and your supporters. And so, first of all, thank you to Bob and Peggy for who you are. And thank you to everybody watching. Thanks for the gift of your time. I don't take your time lightly. We're going to visit here for the next 20 minutes. And I'd like to just quickly tell you a little bit about myself and then just the company that I formed last year. Last year, I had this dream. I had this dream to be able to sail the 7 seas with my children. I have 4 children. And I'm a single dad, and my oldest, my daughter, is 29 and pregnant. And I just took my entire gang on a cruise over the Christmas holidays. And my youngest is a senior in high school and will be going off to school in the fall. And so this dream that I had was to figure out a way to bring my children together at least once or twice a year, and then do it with those that I love most, with my friends, with my colleagues, and those that I've worked with. And I'm excited that that dream has been realized, as Bob and Peggy can attest to. And I have that gift, that opportunity to share with you today. My daughter's expecting in May. And so I'm an expecting grandfather for the first time. And my daughter's due date is May the 8th. And so thank you for this opportunity. And just a quick story was that last day, Peggy, when we were on the cruise, this is what inspired me, is to look at all my children. We're sitting there poolside, and I said to the gang, hey guys, when was the last time we all sat by a pool and just relaxed and had that opportunity just to chill out, for the day? And we all looked at each other and said, it's been forever. And I said, well, I want to do that on a regular basis. And so with that, let's pull up a couple of these slides and we'll get into the presentation. Again, thank you for the gift of your time. I'm humbled and grateful that you're tuning in. And so on the first slide, what you should see is just, about INCRUISES. And I don't know if the slide is up there, but just a little bit about the company. We formed the company last year. And what is INCRUISES? INCRUISES is a cruise membership club. And so the idea and mission behind what we're doing is to drive down the price of cruising to make it more accessible, to make it more affordable, and even for some people, a business opportunity, so make it profitable for people to be able to participate in our club, in our cruise membership club. And again, we started it last year. And in just the last month or so, I'm excited to share with you that our membership has grown to 117 countries around the world in less than a month's time. And the idea was very simple. I wanted to travel with my friends and family. I wanted to make cruising more accessible. And the question that I would always ask is, when was the last time that you were on, as Peggy said, a fabulous, a glamorous, 5-star world-class vacation that didn't cost you a 5-star, world-class price point? And my next question that I would ask you is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? What would be on your travel bucket list for this year or the next many years? And with those two questions, when was the last time and where would you go, we created this cruise membership club. And so the club is like any club that brings value to its members. The best example I could come up with would be like a Costco, for example. Don't know if you have Costco in your area or not, but I love Costco. Here's what I love about Costco. And again, some of you may or may not like Costco, but for me, what I love about Costco is that they drive down the price of their, of their goods, their household goods to their members. And they have a lot of members. But here's maybe what you don't know about Costco. Costco's retention rate for its employees are the highest in the industry. And they pay their people more than anybody else in the industry. And so that was my model, was to take that membership model and apply it to cruising and to drive down that price point, to make it more accessible and affordable for everybody. And thus, INCRUISES was born. All right, and then just the next slide. So again, just a little bit more about us. The obvious question is, why cruising? Why cruising only? And I don't know if that slide is up there or not, Bob and Peggy, but maybe we can just go to that slide. But
yes.
Here's what you need to know about cruising. Cruising is the fastest growing segment within the $6 to $8 trillion travel industry. It has double-digit growth. As a business opportunity, it has tremendous upside because only 80% of Americans have ever been on a cruise. Only 3% of the world population has ever been on a cruise. So I know when Bob and Peggy and I were together as founders of that executive team with Robbins, we were at the right place at the right time. Before Tony was really very popular, immensely popular, that's when we got together. And that's where we are right now, is that there are 24 million passengers that will go on a cruise this year, and yet only 20% of Americans have ever been on a cruise. So I wanted to align myself with a product that was genuine, a genuine product that was proven. And that was the cruise industry, $37 billion proven in this, what I consider to be the sexiest, the most fun industry in the world, and that's travel. Travel is a $6 to $8 trillion marketplace. And what I love about cruising, maybe it's because I've gotten older, is that this summer we went to Italy, and I loved being in the Tuscany region. I loved traveling to Florence and Cinque Terre and those areas. But what I didn't like was checking in, checking out, and lugging my luggage around. What I love about cruising is to be able to just go in, unpack, perhaps spend the night and wake up in a different port, a different destination, a different country every morning, and get up on your balcony and have a nice cup of coffee and see the sunrise. Knowing that you're traveling to a new destination, that very next day. So this should hopefully answer the question, why cruising, and why cruising only? Because it's the fastest growing segment within this $6 to $8 trillion travel industry, and it has double-digit growth, and it's a sexy, proven product. People want to travel more. I would think that the reason maybe you are attracted to the idea of Peggy's Cruise Club is that most people want to travel, and people want to travel more. And what I'm working very hard to do, and what we've done, is we've made it more accessible and more affordable. And then now just to the next slide, please. And so here's what makes what we do so unique in the marketplace. Here's what we do that makes what we have so valuable. Our value proposition is, for every member due that you pay, it's a membership, you receive 2 cruise dollars, what we call cruise dollars, for every $1 that you pay in a membership fee. And the membership fee has no activation, it's month to month, and it's US $100 per month. So for every $100 US that you pay in a membership fee, you receive 200 cruise dollars. And the cruise dollars never expire, they roll over as long as what? As long as you remain an active member. Like a gym membership, if you stop not paying your gym membership, they don't allow you in the gym. So cruise dollars, for every $100 you pay in a membership fee, you receive 200 cruise dollars. And when I explained this to my mom said, Michael, this is like what we used to call back in the day a Christmas club or a layaway. And I said, I get that, Mom, but here's what you have to just understand. And that is that nobody's giving you twice the value of what you're paying in, for example, a layaway. And that's what we're doing. I'm empowering consumers, members of our club, to double their purchasing power. And what we have is unmatched, unavailable in the marketplace. And the obvious question is, Hutch, how can you afford to pay 2 for 1? And the answer is quite simple. We receive in this fixed amount of $100 per month, and our members choose to travel at different times throughout the year. And thirdly, we are well capitalized. We are world-class in our management team and our executive advisors. We're not wanting to build a big corporate business. We're trying to manage the business very efficiently and effectively and make sure that we reward those that make a decision to become members, and those of you that decide to perhaps want to participate in promoting this business opportunity, I'll explain that in just a second, you have the ability to do so. So we're managing our business very efficiently. We're putting lots of money into our compensation plan, and then we make the offer irresistible, unmatched in the marketplace. And that's what we're doing that makes what we do so valuable and unmatched in the market. And next slide, please. And so there's 2 ways for you to redeem your cruise dollars. So if you've been a member for 10 months, you've put in how much? $1,000. And how many cruise dollars have you accumulated? 2,000 cruise dollars. And let's see how now you can redeem those, because that's the value. This is my product. The product is not being a part of a discount buying club. We're not a discount buying club. The value is the ability to redeem those. And I wanted to show you some of the cruises that we've made available to our members. And so, Bob, if you can just go to that screen and highlight some of these cruises. And so the first cruise that you see there is out of Miami, Florida in the month of June. And it's on an MSC ship, so top brands, top recognized brands, we've attracted to our membership club. And this is a 4 or 5-star ship, and it's a 7-night trip. And I just talked to a gentleman that just filmed on behalf of his TV show on board the ship. And I said, what did you like about it? And he says, well, let me tell you what I loved about it. He said, first of all, world-class team, world-class staff, world-class facilities, world-class ship, world-class meals, world-class entertainment. And this is a fun thing. They have an infinity pool at the back end of the cruise ship that we hung out, during the days when we weren't filming. And so love that. So that's an example of the type of cruise that you can redeem. Again, 100% of your cruise dollars. Dream Cruises are our most valuable product for that reason, because you can redeem and use 100% of your cruise dollars. Let's show them around a little bit more, Bob, and so they can see some of the other sites. Okay. And so we have 26 Dream Cruises from June 2016 to the end of 2017. The intention is to have at least 1 Dream Cruise every month. Some months we have as many as 2 Dream Cruises. And then the idea is the membership grows, that we'll add more of these Dream Cruises, because again, it's unmatched in the marketplace. And so you and I were talking earlier, Bob and Peggy, about this trip to Puerto Rico that leaves in November. And perhaps we could just show that to the guest on the show. And Donna is saying, sorry, don't see any of the slides. So Bob and Peggy, it's still on me full screen, and they can't see the slides. So if we can adjust that so it goes to the slides full screen, that would be great. Thank you, Donna. On these Dream Cruises, here's the vision. The vision is the price point for the average person to get on a 4- and 5-star ship is a stretch. It's a challenge for most people. And so, because I now see it now. I now see this this cruise, this 7-night Southern Caribbean cruise. And does everybody see that? I see it now, Bob and Peggy. I see it now. team, Grace, Donna, M, can you tell me what you're seeing now? Yes. Okay, M. Yes. Okay, got it. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's the vision. The challenge is, the problem that I'm trying to solve is that for the average person, a 4- and 5-star cruise, and oh, by the way, a 5-star cruise is like being in a 5-star hotel. Is there a difference between a 2-star hotel and a 5-star hotel? Absolutely. Okay, you got it. So the idea of these dream cruises is just that. These are truly opulent. They're glamorous. We're trying to appeal to the Peggies of the world.
Surely.
This is on a 5-star celebrity summit, and it's 7 nights. And let's just show the itinerary. Just scroll up just a little bit, and I'll come back to the prices there. But look where it goes out of San Juan, and then it goes down to Barbados, to San Lucia, to Antigua, St. Martin, to the Virgin Islands. And so again, this is all inclusive. All your meals are provided. All the entertainment is provided. You have to get yourself there, obviously. All the government fees, taxes are included. And now let's just show some of the prices, if you will. So you look at that price for an inside stateroom, $598 cruise dollars. That includes, again, port charges, government fees, and taxes. And so, math quiz, what did that cruise cost you? 2 for 1. Half of $598 is about $300. Ocean view, $897. What did that cruise cost you? Balcony, a suite. To be able to have a suite on a 5-star ship for 7 nights, and look what that price cost you. That's what makes what we're doing unmatchable. And again, Bob will be able to take you through this site, and you'll also be able to go to, Peggy's link to be able to go into and actually look at this yourself. You just have to check it out, and you'll learn more about it. But the vision for me and my family was, I wanted to be able to travel at least once per year for the next many years. And so that in the next 7, 10, 15 years, that with my family, we could look at each other, know that we traveled the world. We did it in comfort and style. And we did it at a price point that was unmatched and unbeatable in the marketplace. So that's a little bit about the Dream Cruises. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so there's the Dream Cruises. If the Dream Cruises don't fit in your schedule, then what we make, just a quick mention, we make available the entire inventory, the entire marketplace in the world in terms of cruises that you're able to go on. And while Dream Cruises, you are able to use 100% of your cruise dollars, what we call global destinations, you can reduce the price point up to 50% with a per cruise guideline. And again, Bob, can you walk you through that? But the point is that the value of what we're doing is, if you just did one cruise a year, you would be able to make your money's worth. And the idea is, on the business opportunity side, just the, oh, by the way, is that if you choose to refer other people, nobody's to be required to do that. But if you choose to refer through word of mouth advertising, and you refer 5 people, what we're going to do is we're going to take your $100 membership fee off the table. And so we're going to pick that up for you as a thank you for referring 5 other members. And then, oh, by the way, you still continue to accrue and accumulate 200 cruise dollars each month, even though you aren't paying for it. So that's our irresistible offer. And again, we don't have to hype it. We don't have to sell it. We're simply wanting to share it with you and to share with others. And there's 3 ways if you want to join or align with what we're doing. And again, our business isn't for everybody, but just to put it out, members take advantage of the savings. And if you just join to be a member, it makes total financial sense. 2 for 1, 100% return on your dollars, can't be beat, can't be matched. It's again, $100 US per month. To be a partner, partners promote the membership savings. Partners promote the business opportunity. Partners participate in an override in a referral compensation plan. And then lastly, you can become both a partner and a member, what we call a partner member. These are people that want to promote the membership savings, but believe in what we're doing and also want to cruise at a price point that can't be beat, called partner members. And that's again for US $295. If you become a partner, just a quick mention, very lightly, if you choose to become a partner here on the next slide, I'll just mention some of the resources that we make available to you in exchange for that $195 one-time activation fee. There's no other fee after that until the next year. It reduces itself from $195 to $95 thereafter. So one time up front, $195, and then thereafter $95. But we give you a referral link. We give you business email. We give you an unlimited email marketing system. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Facebook marketing, business cards, online training, coaching. You guys are obviously, lifelong learners. To surround yourself with Bob and Peggy of the world. That's what I love about them. I'm a lifelong learner. That's the reason I got into this business. iPhone apps, Android apps, all this is available for that one-time activation fee of $195. And I'll show you those tools in just a second. Next slide, please. And then the obvious question is, what makes what you're doing different, unique? I'm trying to transform two industries, if you will. The first industry that I'm trying to transform and take to the next level is the cruise industry. My mission is to make it more affordable and accessible and even profitable for certain people. And the cruise lines love what we're doing. You know what? We're shaking things up a bit, but they love what we're doing. And we're going to transform this industry. I have executive advisors that believe that we're going to attract a majority of the marketplace because again, we're just doing it differently the way that it's always been done. And we have a genuine product with genuine consumer demand. 24 million people are going to go on a cruise. I'm also trying to transform the network marketing industry. I have been skeptical of the network marketing industry my entire career. I have a love-hate relationship with it. What I don't necessarily like about it is the fact that most, not all, not being condescending, network marketing companies hype and promote the value of the product because it's tied to a compensation plan. And I don't necessarily appreciate that. And what I'm trying to do, and I hope you appreciate, is to do just the opposite, is to drive down the price, to make it accessible, to make it affordable, and to make it profitable through our 2-for-1 offer. And we don't have to hype anything. There's nothing here that needs to be hyped. And again, a lot of network marketing companies, not all, and again, not being judgmental, not saying they're wrong and we're right, they try and excite you, and I'm excited. It's obvious I'm excited. I'm like a father. This is like my 5th child, if you will, and my first grandchild, my second grandchild. But I'm excited about it because we have something that people want, and that's to travel more. But you can also justify the emotion of what we're doing with the logic of what we're doing because it just makes perfect sense. But I understand the stigma of network marketing is going to turn some of you off, and if that's the case, then no harm, no foul. I just wanted a business at this point in my life where I could enable people that wanted to invite and share with others to do well economically, and to create a residual income that could make a difference for their family and legacies, and feel good about and feel proud about the product that they're representing. And we don't have to hype. We don't have to hype anything. This is not a business of selling. It's really just a business of sharing and inviting. And then what I'm excited about with Peggy and Bob is the ability to coach. And this becomes, for me, a leadership development business, to be able to coach and challenge and take people to the next level. And again, you don't have to have any inventory. We're unlike any other product in the marketplace, and we're selling a fun product. I mean, it's genuinely a fun product. And again, I think we're going to shatter retention records like Costco, that has people that do not leave, that pays its people the highest in the marketplace. That's my vision and that's my goal. Let me just show you quickly how you could share this opportunity. Again, if it's something that you're inclined to do, by way of email introduction. And let me just go into the platform, if we could, please, Bob, and just go back to the back office and just go to reach and go to Facebook marketing. Beautiful. And so here's our platform. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in building this. And then just go down to send a partner opportunity to friends. So you just click on that. And then you type in the first initial of friends, and you want to think about who this would be valuable for. Who do you know that likes to travel? Who do you know that likes to grow? Who do you know would like to spend quality time with Bob and Peggy and myself on a ship? And then just send them just a quick message. My recommendation is just give them a heads up in advance and just say, hey, if you're in front of your computer screen, I'm going to send you something over. Check it out. You know what? I don't know if it's for you, but I knew that I would feel remiss if I didn't at least share it with you. And if you like it, let's talk about it. And if you don't like about it, no harm, no foul. and then just send it over. And that's what they get inside their private messaging box. And then you can scroll up, if you will. And then if you just wanted to post this on your wall for all your friends to be able to see it, same type of invitation system. You just put a message out there and just say, hey, what's on your travel bucket list for this year? When was the last time you went on a fun vacation? Let's talk about this. Let's visit. Let's spend some quality time together. And that's what we're trying to do. And so this Facebook marketing invitation system is what we've built to make what we're doing very viral. And again, we've grown this membership to almost 117 countries around the world in just the last month. And then if we could just go to the My Reach, yep, that's perfect. And then go to the Send Invitations Now. Beautiful. And then click on the invite there. And then just come down to select email language. So you would just put in the person's first name and last name and select the email language. And let's just pick, yep. And then just click select language English. Beautiful. Select email type, personal. And then preview it. And again, I would send it to your colleagues, to the people that you know, and just see what they're going to receive. And it's just a short message to watch this video, and the video says get started now. You're not really getting started. All you're doing is just opting in to learn something, to check it out. And you can check out the membership opportunity. You can check out the business opportunity. And again, we have been working on this, like I said, I feel like my entire life, because it embodies everything that I've done, from personal development, my time with Bob and Peggy and Robbins, to the ability to create an exceptional, glamorous, sexy, fun opportunity for like-minded travelers to be able to see the world, and see the world at a fraction of the cost. And so with that, I'll just turn it back over to Bob and Peggy. And again, if you have any questions about anything that we shared, I invite you to get together with myself, get together with Bob and Peggy. Thank you for the gift of your time, and I look forward to meeting you and hanging out with you on a cruise. Thanks again for your attention.
Thank you so much, Hutch.
Thanks so much, Hutch.
You're welcome.
Sorry about the little screw-up gang, and Bob's going to be able to. Well, I'm going to just turn it over to you, honey.
Okay, so I'm not a technical wizard. I do my best. It's great to be with you all. Some of you I know very well, and I just want to kind of echo what Peggy said. Hutch is an amazing guy, and I'm so thrilled to for us to be able to bring something to you that is. I know the genesis of it. I know what's at the seed level of this company because I know who Hutch is. And for us, that's very exciting. It fills so many different opportunities for so many people. And for Peggy and I, the one thing I'd like to say is for the last 6 months, we've actually been talking about creating destination events. And affordability is always a consideration for us in doing that. And making it nice, making it 5-star. And being able to attract as many people as we can. And when Hutch called me and asked me to take a look at this, I couldn't believe it was happening. It's so beautiful how the universe works. The old saying, ask and you shall receive. And we basically have an opportunity to participate. And what Peggy and I discussed was for the people that become a member of INCRUISES and Peggy's Cruise Club. In essence, what you're going to be able to do is travel with us on a cruise ship and access all the beautiful places and destinations that we'll be accessing together, and also access Peggy and her work at no additional cost. So I like to say you're getting her for free. You're getting both of us. If you have any interest in listening to anything I have to say, I can be a tour guide. I can do anything. It's a way to be able to plug yourself into an environment of transformation, and in an arena. If you chose to become a partner with us, if you chose to say, hey, I just want to be able to travel for free, I want my cruise for free, it's very easy to do, and we'll coach you through that. We'll coach you in making that happen. And trust me, the network marketing industry is probably one of the greatest arenas where you will be stretched and challenged. It will cause you to grow. It will cause you to lose your ego. It will cause you to do all those, make those spiritual shifts that you need to make, and that you desire to make in your life. Because it's truly a business of sharing, of not making it about you. The fact that we can encompass all of that within this platform is what really excites us. Now, having said that, you can become a member of Peggy's Cruise Club, and maybe you want to cruise a whole lot of different destinations than where we're going. That's fine. That's awesome. You're free to do that. You don't have to go on a trip with us. You might say, you know, I get enough of Peggy and Bob. I want to go somewhere else with my family. The beauty of what Hutch has set up is he's created opportunities and incentives where I see us doing multiple cruises a year. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think you'll have that same opportunity. So, you know, our vision is, as a member of Peggy's Cruise Club, if we're cruising, let's say the San Juan trip, we leave out of San Juan and we're at sea for a day. During that day, Peggy will probably do a 2 or 3 hour event. On another day when we're at sea, she'll probably do another 2 or 3 hour event, and they'll vary in you know, content, subject matter, but it will be interesting and it'll be exciting. It always is with her. So that's kind of our vision. And then it's certain destinations. If you'd like to, there may be certain destinations that we find very intriguing, and Peggy will check in and see what, you know, what's available in this port town that we can go to maybe as a group, where she can do what she does in that arena, in that area, and just tap in and see what's available and see what messages there are for people. So we don't only see it doing on the ship, but off the ship as well. So
and lots of free time for you too,
yeah.
right? I mean, it's all, you know, because the opportunities there for you to be able to play and have fun, but I also want to make the opportunity to be able to, you know, get more involved in getting to know each other better, as well as being able to learn and take us all to the next level of our own nature and our ability to tap into that energy. And I don't want to put any parameters on it on how it's supposed to look. So it's just something I'll make available. And if you show up, you'll be trained and you'll receive that information along with everybody else. And if this is not something you're interested in, I still want to be able to invite you to be able to come and cruise with me. We'll just have another program set up so that you'll pay whatever it costs for to get on the boat and all of that. And I'll have my fees to get into the event, and it'll just be another avenue to be able to access traveling with me. It just won't be through the INCRUISE membership.
What she's trying to say is there may be some people out there that like to pay double. So if you're one of them, you'll have that opportunity.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's you don't have to. This isn't the only way to play with me, but it is the cheapest for sure. There's
no coercion here. I think the other thing that I would share is the other things that will be available on the Dream Cruises ultimately. Hutch is very understating who he is and where he's come from, but he is probably one of the primary reasons Tony Robbins' platform has grown as large as it has. He was the VP of Sales and Marketing for about a decade for Tony, and really instrumental in filling all of his live events across the country. Instrumental in bringing the high-level individuals that you've probably heard Tony interview over the years, the Ken Blanchards, the General Schwarzkopfs, all of those high-profile people that Tony was able to co-brand himself with to help his platform grow and expand. Hutch has those relationships. Those people love Hutch. I can promise you that we'll have some very amazing people that will join us on cruises all over the world to share their insights and wisdom. So that's one of the things I love about what this is. It's really a vessel, if you might, for transformation and growth. And we're really excited to be a part of it.
If you guys have any questions,
I'm going to
go to the chat box.
I probably need to pull up the chat box here to see. Let me look and see here. Hutch, do we have any questions? Yes, some nights, Southern Cruise, yes. Okay.
So if you guys want to...
I'm going to pop something up on the screen here. There's a couple things you can do. One, I'd like you to just jot down this web address. It's just peggy.incruises.com. That will take you to her link if you want to watch a short video. If you haven't already, you can put your name and information in. There's a second video, and you can kind of scoot around in the back office of the platform. If you know you want to join, you're able to there. The other thing I'm going to put up is an opportunity to schedule a time to talk to us. You'll see in the chat box there's an offer that's popped up. It's schedule a follow-up call. And you can click on that. There's a calendar with lots of times that I've made available over the next week or two for you to schedule a time that will work, and we can sit down and talk about whether or not this is a good fit for you. If it's a fit for you personally as a travel opportunity that you just like to take some time out of your life. That's one of the things that when we did our end of year planning, we just decided life is too short. We want to spend some quality time together as a husband and wife, as a family unit, and see the world, to expand kind of who we are. Jim Rohn mentioned it so well in an audio I listened to the other day. It's those experiences that create a richness in who you are as a human being. And we want to have more of those because that affects people. So it's an opportunity to enrich your life and through the travel. If you see this as an opportunity that you like to share because you want to cruise for free, because you want to build an income in an industry that's growing phenomenally, we will certainly help coach and guide you in that arena. And quite honestly, that's coaching, that's life coaching. That's coaching in how to be effective and successful in your life and in a business, because you're accelerating the process of life when you engage in a business like this. It's what I coach our franchisees in the real estate business, and Peggy and I will work with you and coach you in this arena as well. So by all means, please feel free to schedule a time. Hutch, is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think there's a couple. Please talk about the experience and safety of the cruise ships. Well, we work with all the major cruise lines around the world. And so, just to mention names, MSC, Azamara, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Disney, Princess, all the cruise lines that are in the marketplace, we have a relationship with. And again, the experience and safety of the cruise ships, I think you'd have to just go online and just check that out yourself. Again, cruises experience a 90+% satisfaction rate. That was important to us. It's the fastest growing segment. It's the most highest rated value of all vacation travel that you can do. And so I don't have any safety figures as to what the safety is of the cruise ships, but I'm sure that's all available online. And
so if I can just jump in about that, hey guys, I'm an intuitive. It's what I do, right? So you can be assured I'm not getting on any boat. I'm checking in first. Is this safe? Is this good? Is the weather good? Are the flights going to be okay? I do it all the time before I travel. Trust me. And the one time I did get told, this true story, I think I put it on Facebook, that there was going to be an emergency landing, but I should go anyway because it was going to be a false alarm and make for a good story. It exactly happened just like that. Made an emergency landing. I was sitting in the exit row, had to open the door and get everybody out of the plane. There was absolutely nothing wrong. So I'm very good at what I do. You guys know that. So I will be checking in on every cruise that we're taking. I'm going to do my business, but you should do yours too. If you're nervous about it, you should do what Hutch said and check it out online and see about that boat. But just rest assured, I'm going to be doing it as well.
Yeah. And I think maybe the question behind the question is that, together we're in business to create something that will be a legacy. We're built to last. We're here for the long haul. And so we've been smart in the way that we've attracted some of the top travel advisors to our business. And we've been smart in the way that we've built this platform. We've built it for the long term. And so nothing that I'm doing is focused on the short term. It's to create a legacy. And the legacy that Bob and Peggy and I are going to have together with you is this reason that we've been put on the planet is to make a measurable impact on the quality of your life. And I know that's what I was put on here on earth for. And I know that's what Bob and Peggy have been put on this earth for us, to make a measurable impact, to create richness in our lives and to affect others with that. And so I look forward to meeting you, hopefully on a ship, and speaking with you again. Bob and I can be happy to speak with you one-on-one. Bob and Peggy, I have to actually get ready for another call and meeting, but thank you for the gift of your friendship and love and support. And I look forward to visiting with you guys soon. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Hutch. Appreciate it. Love you, man.
We'll stay online. There's a few more questions that we see popping up, so we'll answer those. So thank you so much, Hutch.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, gang. Okay,
right,
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Tina, it says, how often will we be cruising?
As often as possible, Tina.
Well, we're looking right now at trying to narrow it down, and we'd love to get your guys' input as to where you'd like to go and what's appealing to you and the time frame that's appealing. You know, when you get involved, you have to be in a member for at least 6 months. And so to take any of the cruises that are out there, we're looking more anywhere from October to February.
We just threw a poll up in the chat box for those of you that are on, and that you could quickly click on and answer. What part of the world would you most like to cruise first? And if you would, go ahead and pop your answer in there.
It doesn't show who's voting. It just shows.
Just gives us numbers.
Yeah.
So right now it seems like a split between the Caribbean and the Mediterranean. Two great choices.
Yeah, and that's funny because the
Caribbean's pulling ahead now. Now back to even. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll have to do 2.
Yes.
And honestly, realistically, I think we would like to do at least 2.
2 a year.
2 a year.
And you know, it's very interesting because when you look at the prices of the cruises, if you sign up as a member, you will accumulate probably over 7 or 8 months. And what we're shooting for is probably 8 to 9 months prior to the first cruise that we do, because that will allow you to pay in about $800 or $900, and you would have between $1,600 and $1,800 cruise dollars. And when you look inside the back office at the cruises, the prices in cruise dollars tend to be, depending on the cruise, anywhere from $600 to $800 cruise dollars for an interior stateroom, and around, depending on the cruise, $800 to $1,000 cruise dollars for a balcony or outside stateroom. So 10 months, you really have enough for 2 people to travel with a outside balcony room, which is pretty incredible. So you and somebody else could, or you'll have enough for 2 cruises in a year in cruise dollars after 8 to 10 months. If you don't use them in the first year, if you just say, no, I just can't do it yet, and you accumulate them, you know, you're going to end up in 18 months time with 3,600 cruise dollars. Now you have enough cruise dollars to do an amazing cruise, you know, 12, 14 days in a suite somewhere exotic, Singapore, you know, Alaska, all over the world. When you get a chance to look in at the various cruises, it's pretty much covers everything. So, and it looks like we have kind of a tie between the Caribbean and the Mediterranean. So that's exciting because that's kind of the 2 places we're looking at doing first.
Yeah.
So,
so if you guys have more interest, we want to be respectful of everybody's time here. So
in fact, I'm going to pop the schedule now up in the chat box. So by all means, I'll leave that up. Again, the link to look at more information is peggy.incruises.com, and that will take you to the website. It'll allow you to watch the videos and input.
Peggy.incruises.com?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's how, and a lot of times, folks, people want to know, well, how early on is this? How early is the opportunity? I always used to say, boy, if I could connect with the right network marketing company at the right time, that would be pretty amazing. Something I was passionate about, and early on. Our email address is bob@incruises.com and peggy@incruises.com. So it doesn't get any earlier than that. Mm-hmm. Hutch asked us directly to be a part of the company. So you have access when you work with us and join and make partners and partner with us, if you want to pursue this from an income standpoint, you have direct access to Hutch, the CEO and founder of the company. So that's a pretty phenomenal time and timing to be here. So,
and if you guys are
Peggy,
confused about anything too, you can always just email me, Peggy at Peggy Romito, right? If none of the other links or whatever, if you're having problems or challenges with them. So, you know, always just reach out to me and in my regular email, Peggy at Peggy Romito.
Okay.
So,
and I'm just going to look real back at the chat box real quick. Anybody have any final questions before we wrap it up? Not seeing any.
All right, guys. Thank you so
much.
We'll get more details as we make decisions on the cruises we're going to go to. And, you know, we're going to get a little time here because I want to do some proper research. But look for more emails. And I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks so much for joining us. And lots of love to you all.
Have a great day.